Saraswati Bhagavati
Morning to all dignitaries, Dr. Usha Devaji. This oration is to honor the memory of Dr. Kamala Devaji, whose elder sister, Dr. Usha, was 5 years elder to her. She came on and then she said she wanted the memory and the legacy of her sister to continue to inspire future generations of lady doctors, scientists, so that pediatric neurosciences is enriched. We already have an oration, and this is the second oration, and this oration was started with an idea because I have been teaching the Madras neuroscience course for nearly, I think, 20 years. So neurosciences has always been close to Professor Ramurthy's heart, and neuroscience is a core science. So we now have a oration on core neurosciences, that is Dr. Kamala Devaji, and one oration on Dr. Achantha Lakshmipathi, that is for neurosurgery. But here comes the unique thing where Dr. Chidambaram comes into the picture because he straddles both. So that would be formally introduced, but with these short words, I welcome each one of you and thank you to come, and a happy birthday to Dr. Kamala. Thank you.
Now I request Dr. Suresh Seshadri to deliver the presidential address. I request Dr. Vasudevan sir to come here and facilitate Dr. Suresh.
Good morning, respected Usha and other family members of Dr. Kamala Devaji. Distinguished orator of the day, Dr. Chidambaram, Dr. Vasudevan, Department of Neurosciences, and colleagues and friends from VHS. Today we have having the second Dr. Kamala Devaji endowment oration in pediatric neurosciences, a very specialized branch, because I remember way back almost 35 years ago, when one day Dr. Kamala, my wife is a pediatrician, so we knew Dr. Kamala through her. She came to Mediscan, we just started the ultrasound services, and she said, I want to do some research with you. So at that time, ultrasound was only used for scanning pregnant women, looking at gallbladder stones and kidney stones and various other things. And I asked her, as a neurologist and a pediatric neurologist, I can't see through the skull. I can't see through the spine. What else am I going to do? She said, no, we have one other condition where we can look at the muscles of the individual. Honestly, at that time, the entire world of ultrasound had not thought about doing ultrasound for the muscles. And her points were very simple. She said, I have children with two types of muscular disorders. One is called Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and the other is spinal muscular atrophy. And she said, I'm very sure that the appearance of the muscle in these two disorders are different on ultrasound. So it was a big eye opener to me. But I said, I need some standards. Without, what will I compare with? She said, we will do some normal children and we will compare. And with a very single-minded devotion, after finishing her stint at the hospital where she was working, she used to come in the afternoon and she used to motivate these children to come, parents to bring these children to come. And we started doing, and lo and behold, we did find a pattern difference between Duchenne muscular dystrophy and spinal muscular atrophy. This was an extremely big eye-opener for us, and quickly she wrote it out as a paper, and we did an international publication. For me, it was my first international publication along with her, and it remarkably set the tone. Today, musculoskeletal ultrasound has become a very big branch by itself. And imagine 35 years ago, somebody actually thought of it and we could do it. And they are saying today we do muscle ultrasound for patients who are admitted to the ICU to see how much of muscle loss and protein loss which is there. That's the level to which ultrasound has gone. But this visionary, I'm thinking back, I still remember the conversation which she had with me, that she was trying to somehow motivate me to concede to her, because the only ultrasound machine available was there is our clinic. And somehow she wanted to get it done. And that was her dedication and commitment to not only towards the patients, towards the science. And I have given several lectures after that on that, and she also propagated this message over several years. So it is only fitting that such a person is to be remembered forever, because as generations move, they tend to sort of look at what is near, and what the ladder with which we which we climbed up, is something which should never be forgotten. So I'm extremely proud and honored that I am here in VHS, and VHS, the family's institution, the Institute of Oration in her name, and my small association with her. All this has come together, and it's a matter of pride and honor for me to be here delivering this address to you. I'm sure today, the orator of today, Dr. Chidambaram, also we date back so many years during our early part of our careers. Dr. Chidambaram's father, Dr. Balasubramanian, was an extraordinary human being himself, and he was a huge motivator, because his clinic and our clinic was not too far away. And many times we used to have discussions, even though neurosurgery and ultrasound were very far away at that time. Now they become very close, so close that it has come to the operating table. So, and very, very happy that Dr. Chidambaram has been chosen as the orator. Absolutely amazing individual. Whenever we have problems, for when I do fetal scans and I find neurological problems, to counsel the parents, we take Dr. Chidambaram's help. And every time we have had very, very good, precise information. Parents have come back and told us we've had a great time. Thank you for referring us to. So this is the kind of orator we have today. And I'm sure his experiences, and I was very intrigued by the topic that was given, the adventures of a pediatric neurosurgeon, is something which we should all look forward to as we hear him today. So thank you very much, and wish the function all success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing us your nostalgic memories with us. And now I'll request our loving chief guest, Dr. N.C. Vasudevan, to facilitate Dr. Saroja.
He has been a huge support to us. He was the person who actually appointed me here at this hospital many years back. And this is a Dhanvantri for the years of glorious service which he has done to humanity and to VHS.
Good morning. My pranams to Dr. Sanjeevi, the founder of this institution, Professor P. Ramurthy, founder of the ANC department, and members of the Devaji family. It's indeed a privilege to be here, and very thankful to the members of the ANC board, doctors who have respected me and given me all this privilege. Thankful to Dr. Suresh for giving the address. I'm very, very thankful to the Devaji family for contributing to this endowment lecture, second endowment lecture. And we are expecting more lectures to come in the time in the future to be. And thank you very much.
Now I call on stage Dr. Usha Devaji and Dr. Raghunath Rao on the stage.
So this oration, like last oration, we also honor neurosciences. And this year, a very enterprising lady from Nagaland, Dr. Tianala Jamir. For Dr. Meenakshi and me, she is a daughter. We don't have one, but she is the daughter, and she was the best of outgoing of the MS Neuroscience. She's an engineer, and also she has finished her MS Neuroscience. So she will introduce pediatric neurosciences, and she will also talk about the legacy of Dr. Kamala Devaji. Doctor.
A very good morning to all of the distinguished guests here, esteemed colleagues and students. My name is Tiana Jaber, and today we will dive into pediatric neuroscience, a domain at the forefront of medical innovation that profoundly impacts our youngest and most vulnerable. And I am also extremely honored today to highlight the journey of Dr. Kamala Devaji, India's first professor of pediatric neurology and founder of the department at the Institute of Child Health in Madras. So pediatric neuroscience endeavors to unravel the intricate connections among development, disease, and recovery in the growing brain. Within this realm, we have pediatric neurology that explores the complex neurological disorders that affect children from infancy through adolescence. Complementing this, pediatric neurosurgery embodies the art of profound complexity and delicate manipulation of the developing nervous system. The developing brain is a masterpiece of intricate wiring, an ever-evolving connectome where billions of neurons forge trillions of synaptic connections. So in pediatric neuroscience, mapping these connectomes isn't just about charting neural pathways. It's about understanding the very essence of how young minds learn, adapt, and grow. So it is more than a scientific endeavor. We stand at the forefront of revolutionizing education, healthcare, and our understanding of the human experience itself. So these leading journals in the next few slides are among the forefront sources in neuroscience. And the vastness of neuroscience is both humbling and exciting. Each discovery opens doors to new questions and possibilities. But among this complexity, one truth remains clear. The future of science, of society, and of our very humanity lies in the developing brains of today's children. So in pediatric neurology, innovations like advanced imaging enhance our understanding and diagnosis of epilepsy, autism, and also serves as a potential biomarker for brain function. Surgical advances such as stereo EEG and laser ablation are transforming epilepsy treatment. Additionally, genetically targeted therapies enable more personalized and effective treatments. Technological integration is transforming pediatric neurology. Telemedicine expands access to expert care, reducing the need to travel. Wearable technology and health apps enable real-time management of neurological conditions. Even advances in AI, including machine learning and neural networks, they revolutionize diagnosis and treatment, enhancing the understanding of disorders like autism and ADHD. So these tools make neurological care accessible worldwide. So as we celebrate these advancements in pediatric neuroscience, we must recognize pioneers like Dr. Kamala Devaji, who has profoundly impacted the field and continue to inspire both current and future neurologists. So born on September 17, 1935, into the loving arms of Mrs. Radha and Mr. Devaji Rao, Kamala Devaji was raised alongside her elder sister, Professor Usha, who is here with us today. They grew up embracing values that cherished education and perseverance. Dr. Devaji excelled academically from the start, graduating top of her class with an MBBS from Madras Medical College. She specialized in pediatrics at Christian Medical College, Vellore, and earned her DM in neurology from the Institute of Neurology at Madras Medical College. Beginning her career as a pediatrician, she shifted her focus to neurology, setting the stage for her pioneering contributions in her field. Her exceptional skills and profound dedication soon led to her appointment as the first professor of pediatric neurology in India and founding the Department of Institute of Child Health, Madras. And in this role, Dr. Devaji was not just a teacher, but also a wonderful mentor. So throughout her distinguished career, Dr. Kamala Devaji made extensive scholarly contributions. Her research covered a wide range of topics, from the unique phenomenon of hot water epilepsy in children to the pivotal role of genetics in pediatric neurological disorders, emphasizing the emerging potential of genetic engineering. Her compassion for marginalized groups was evident in studies like Profile of Malnutrition and the Handicapped Child, which advocated for underprivileged and chronically ill children. Additionally, her work on real-time ultrasonography in neuromuscular problems of children showed how this non-invasive technique could replace muscle biopsies, offering faster, less expensive diagnostics, and this reflects her commitment to improving pediatric healthcare. Her expertise and insights were also sought after in numerous international forums, where she was a regular participant and a celebrated speaker. As we reflect on the illustrious career of Dr. Kamala Devaji, it is clear that her influence extends far beyond the boundaries of her own practice and into the hearts and minds of those she worked alongside and mentored. Dr. Webb praised Dr. Devaji for her meticulous work and reliability in pediatric care. Her mastery of technical procedures, her pleasant demeanor greatly enhanced her interactions, making her a valued colleague and compassionate caregiver. These endorsements not only reflect Dr. Devaji's profound competence and dedication, but also her remarkable ability to inspire and respect among those she worked with and taught. So 34 years later, the Indian Academy of Pediatrics has recognized and honored her for her outstanding career and service. And Dr. Kamala Devaji's remarkable professional achievements were enriched by her diverse personal interests. A skilled vena player, her dedication to Carnatic music paralleled the precision of her scientific work. She was also a wonderful poet with over 25 poems reflecting her deep empathy and influencing her approach to patient care. She also had a deep appreciation for Sanskrit literature. Additionally, Dr. Devaji was a committed philanthropist, regularly assisting underprivileged patients and contributing generously to various causes. So after retiring, Dr. Kamala Devaji served as a senior consultant at Apollo Hospital starting in 1993. She conducted numerous telemedicine appointments, many of which involved patients from West Bengal and Bangladesh. Dr. Devaji passed away on April 12, 2021. So this was Dr. Kamala's prayer every day before going to the hospital and after returning home from the hospital duties. Preserve the life of my body and my soul so that I may be imperturbably ready to help the rich and the poor, the good and the bad, the enemy and the friend. May never rise in me the notion that I know enough. Give me the strength, the leisure and zeal to enlarge my knowledge and to attain ever to more. Our art is great and the mind of man presses ever forward. O God, thou hast chosen me in thy grace to watch over the life and death of thy creatures. I am about to go to my labor. Be with me in this great work so that it may avail. For without thy help, nothing succeeds, not even the smallest. With great respect and admiration, we honor Dr. Devaji's contributions, which continue to inspire and guide our efforts to advance pediatric neurology for children worldwide. Thank you, Dr. Devaji, for your enduring impact and commitment, and thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you, Chairman, that was a very enriching speech.
So I will call Dr. Divya Swaminathan. She's a neurosurgeon. She's got very good surgical hands. She's our chief resident now, and she will introduce Dr. Chidambaram.
Good morning, everyone. It is my honor to introduce our orator, Dr. P. Chidambaram. His journey started with in 1974. He finished his MBBS at prestigious MMC in 1981. Then he was recognized as a special trainee in general surgery under Professor Rangabashyam in Government Hospital, Madras in 1981. And Professor Rangabashyam, he is a Padma Bhushan and BC Roy awardee twice.
Next slide, please.
He was also recognized as a special trainee in neurosurgery under Professor T.S. Kanaga at Institute of Neurology, GH at Madras. She was India's first woman neurosurgeon. This was in May 1981, and he also got trained in neurology under Dr. Krishnamurthy Srinivas, who was the first neurologist in India. And he finished his MCH neurosurgery in MMC in the year 1986. From March 1988 and to August 1989, he finished his postdoctoral fellow in pediatric neurosurgery at Baylor College of Medicine, Texas. Along with his fellowship colleagues, Dr. William Cheek and Dr. John Lauren in 1989. In 1990, from Jan to December 1990, he worked as a registrar in neurosurgery in Regional Neurosciences Center, Newcastle. Right now, he is a senior consultant and head of department at Kanchi Kamakodi Hospital. He has several publications, including international and national journals. One such is this is with a collaboration with Suresh sir. He is also a member in national and various international journals, in other neurosurgical societies. Not just neurosurgery, he has other passions like badminton, and also he was a life member and former vice president of Photographic Society of Madras. You will continue to inspire us, sir. Thank you, sir. Now we request Dr. M.C. Vasudevan to present the medal to the orators. I request Dr. P. Chidambaram to deliver us the prestigious oration.
Lights off, please.
Members of Dr. Kamala's family, senior colleagues and friends. I had the honor of meeting and working with Dr. Kamala right from the Institute of Neurology days. And I've known her since then. She always impressed me as a very soft, sweet, loving person and an excellent clinician with an ever-present smile and willingness to help others. So I'm happy and honored to be delivering this oration instituted in her name. Okay, now the title is Adventures of a Pediatric Neurosurgeon. And mainly this is what I have learned in life as a pediatric neurosurgeon and as a human being. And what I realized was a lot of the wise people who have gone before me have had the same feelings or same opinions about what I have learned. These are the three people who made me what I am today. One is my dad, the other one, Dr. Cheek and Dr. Laurent, are the two people with whom I trained and became a pediatric neurosurgeon. They took me in against a lot of odds, but I did not disappoint them. And today, I am where I am. It is only because of these three people. I don't have anything to declare, nothing to anybody or anything like that. And this book has inspired me a lot. And when you're sitting at home doing nothing which is usual, or when you're standing in the line or at the signal light or sitting on the potties in the morning, sometimes certain thoughts will cross your mind. And these are these are things that I've tried to together. I don't think we laugh enough in life or at our work, which is a very sad thing, because we have here to enjoy and let others have fun, maybe at our expense. And I'll try to look at the profession and my career and my life in a lighter way. First, what about the career? One has to choose. But it may not be possible to get what one wants. I never wanted to be a doctor. I never wanted to be a surgeon. I never wanted to be anything but a pilot. That was in my school days. And the second choice was nuclear physics and aeronautical engineering. But I was so hopeless and abysmal in mathematics, I did not have any chance of that. So, well, by a stern, strange twist of fate, I became a doctor and became a. Then I wanted to go into pediatric surgery, general pediatric surgery, but again I could not do it. So I said that was because I love children. I'm happy when I'm with children. I'm very unhappy when I'm with adults because they always tell lies and they cheat and do all those things, except the child who is always innocent. So putting the two together, I became a pediatric neurosurgeon. And this was the reaction. This was the reaction of everyone when I said I'm going to be a pediatric neurosurgeon. They laughed at me. They said, what pediatric neurosurgery, man? It is only half of adult surgery. What is there in pediatric neurosurgery? Who is going to send you patients? Pediatric neurosurgery is nothing but repair of meningomyelocele and shunts, nothing else. Little did they know that there is so much in pediatric neurosurgery. And when I went abroad to US, I said, if I don't get a fellowship, I'm coming back. So I did my fellowship in pediatric neurosurgery and came back. And I have the honor, distinction of being the country's first fully trained, fully qualified pediatric neurosurgeon. And when I said, I'm going to do full-time pediatric neurosurgery, again, there was a huge burst of laughter from everyone. You're not going to make ends meet. What is this? What is this? What is that? Things like, who is going to send you patients? Things like that. But I persevered. And today, pediatric neurosurgery has come to stay. In India, we have our own association. We have regular meetings, regular CMEs, and we publish our own journal. That's how much we have advanced, how much I have seen that specialty grow. Next. Okay, let us start at the beginning. What about question of money? They said, what is the pediatric neurosurgery? You're not going to make any money. You're not going to earn. You're not going to put food on the table. But that was not the issue for me. I said, I will do it because I love it. money is important, very important in life, because it's the lack of money that is the root of all evil. So I said, I will become a pediatric neurosurgeon. It doesn't matter if people pay me or people don't pay me. It was an important but very, very difficult choice. So did I have to do it just for the sake of money? The answer is no. I did it because I love kids. Simple. And in a recent meeting, I told the juniors who were there, if you don't love children, if you are not happy with them, get out, go graze buffaloes, go raise pigs, do something like that. But don't do pediatric neurosurgery or anything to do with pediatrics. The first requirement for anyone doing any specialty or any branch of pediatrics is the love for children. And right from the beginning, we have to pay attention to detail. No, nothing is too small to be ignored. Nothing is too big to be given too much of importance. You have to pay attention to details. As the saying goes, you take care of the pennies, the pounds will take care of themselves. So be careful, pay attention to details, not only at work, but at home. Remember, you have an obligation to your family also, to your spouse, to your children, to your brothers, everyone. So don't think that it is only a matter of money one can earn. And what is pediatric neurosurgery? Is it difficult? I don't think it is as difficult as people make it out to be. Brain surgery is considered to be the apex and the acme of all surgical specialties, but I don't think so. It is just as difficult to remove a brain tumor as it is to repair a hernia properly. So it is as difficult as we make it out to be, or as difficult as we want to impress others that we are a gift to humankind. And the most important thing is you got to keep up with times. You cannot sit, do what you were doing 20 years ago or 30 years ago. You have to keep up with times. That's what I did. I learned a lot of things as I grew up as a pediatric neurosurgeon. And today there are certain things that I don't do or I don't want to do because I just don't want to do it. But till now, I have been keeping up with times, doing the latest things. So what do others think of you as a neurosurgeon? It all depends. I mean, some people will say you're this, some people will say you're that. A lot of people will have second thoughts and second opinions about what you say. It is how you project yourself that matters. Are we a super specialist? We always say we are a super specialist and not a subspecialist. There is a difference, you know. Super specialist means is someone who's above everybody and above a specialist. Subspecialist is someone who's below a specialist. So we don't like to refer to ourselves as subspecialists in pediatric neurosurgery, but no, we are all super specialists and we, like Tarzan, we bang our chest and talk, but we are not, okay? And the first thing you learn is you are a fool, and that image will persist. And the last thing you learn before they take you to the graveyard is you are still the same fool. Nothing different. And who is a specialist? If you think about it, he is someone who knows more and more about less and less. I know more and more about the pediatric brain, but I don't know anything much about the adult brain or the adult heart. And you have to be innovative. You have to think outside the box. You have to learn new things, acquire new skills, new talents. Otherwise, there's no hope. But what you learn today will be with you for the rest of your life. Nobody can take away your knowledge, nobody can take away your wisdom. Somebody will come and rob you or bang you on the head and take what's in your pocket, but no, the knowledge and the wisdom will always stay with you. Remember, knowledge will come very fast, but wisdom always lingers, and that will always, always be with you. We are not known to be punctual in our appointments, which is a very bad thing to do. My dad will often tell me, hey, அவனோட டைம் முக்கியம்டா, ஏன்னா if he does not go and beg, he's not going to eat. Even if he's a beggar, don't waste his time, don't waste anybody's time. Be punctual and be there for your people. And humility is something which all of us lack. And that is something which is very, very important, and unfortunately that is not taught to us when we start our medical college. Patients come and tell repeatedly, you are God. I tell them, I'm not God. You are next to God. I tell them, no, we are not gods. It sort of annoys me when people say you are God. I don't like that statement. I'm an ordinary human being. We are all ordinary human beings like somebody else. I don't see how my profession is different from the profession of someone who is sweeping the road. Okay? So this, as the God has said in Bhagavad Gita, you do your job. You don't expect returns. You don't expect rewards. If you do that, if you practice that, the profession becomes noble. We don't practice that. We expect money. We say, bill charge. That is not a noble profession at all. I don't think so, and that's not true. And what about advertisement and thinking too much of ourselves? The trend now seems to be publishing more in newspapers and magazines and TV and YouTube than publishing in peer-reviewed journals. That is not a healthy trend. That is a very unhealthy trend. If we do something uncommon, the next morning it will be in the newspaper, but it will never ever see the light of a peer-reviewed journal. I'm not being humble, but I have said I have done so many unusual things, uncommon things, rare things. I have removed a tumor from 2 or 3 children. I have removed tumor in the first 2 weeks of life. I have removed a brain tumor that was weighing more than a kilo. But no, it did not come out in the newspaper. That is not publishing in newspapers. Is not humility. You got to publish in peer-reviewed journals. And this is the thing that is happening very frequently, and everybody wants a second opinion. The first doctor they consult is Dr. Google. Only then they come and see you. The mother of one of my children told me, Doctor, நீங்க சொன்னது கரெக்ட் டாக்டர், நான் கூட கூகுள்ல போய் செக் பண்ணிட்டேன். And this was after about 25 years of pediatric neurosurgery. I said, oh well, thank you very much. I'm glad I'm right. So encourage that. Let them go out and see Dr. Google. If they say, I saw this in Google, saw that in Google, just not wise to. Tell them there's so much of rubbish out there. It is your wisdom. It is your knowledge that will come into play when you're managing a child. And try to think. Don't be afraid of failures. All of us fail. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is 100% successful. I have made mistakes. I continue to make mistakes, and I will continue to make mistakes. But that does not mean that I'll be stopping or giving up. No. those mistakes, those screw-ups in your life, in your career, should be the rungs on a ladder which will help you climb up. So don't be afraid, make mistakes. Remember, nothing succeeds like success. Do you have problems? Yes. Do I have problems? Yes. Does the man on the road have problems? Yes. Who doesn't? You can overcome the problem if you're smart, you're brave, if you have the audacity, if I may say so, to meet it head on and take care of it. If Einstein can have a problem in mathematics, who are we? Stand before him. And some of the problems are, at the end, you will find it is so silly that you will have to laugh at them, laugh at yourself for having considered that a problem. What about passion? Don't think your career is the beginning and the end of life. It is not. I'm sorry to say this, so many senior professors I know are obsessed with seeing patients. Even at the end of their life, because they want to see patients, they want to operate, they want to go to the hospital. I don't want to do that and I will not do that. My two passions in life are wildlife photography and reading. My complaint is now, my frustration is I don't have enough time to read what I want to read. I don't have enough time to go out and take pictures of birds. I had decided I will photograph at least 500 species of birds that come to India out of 1,200 to 1,300. The number stands at 483. Probably by the end of the year, I'll cross 500. You are what you are. Don't think you are superior or super. Whether you are the greatest of philosophers and mathematicians, or you are someone as silly and stupid as Popeye the Sailor, you are what you are. Don't think you are different or you are superior. If somebody says no, you just say, okay, fine, I am what I am, this is what I can do, this is what I will do, this is what I am capable of. What about retirement? All of us have to think about it. Okay? Don't just say, I will take care of it when I retire. No, don't do that. The day you start your profession, you have to plan for your retirement. You cannot wait till your life or your professional career is over before you think of retiring. No. And remember, your life is and job are completely different. Don't make your job the only thing in your life. No. There are so many things outside which you can go and see, go and enjoy. There are so many beautiful things in this world. I think the most beautiful thing is the smile on a happy child's face. The best music I've heard is the laughter of a happy child. I'm not exaggerating. That is what I look forward to. We are living in a very, very great and a wonderful world. The only planet which so far has life, as we call it, in our solar system. I'm not talking about other exoplanets, that's a different issue. But of the 8 planets we have in the solar system, it's not 9, we have only 8 planets. Pluto is no longer considered a planet. So of the 8, we are the only one which have life. So enjoy that, take care of it. The world does not belong to you. You are here to take care of it for the people who come after you. That is the way I look at it. And at the end, you find that you're confused. who don't know what's happening. And remember, you have only one life. You are not James Bond. Only he can live twice. We cannot live twice. We can live only once. We are not James Bond. We are not so blessed. God bless all of you and this country. Both sides. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That was very enriching. And hearty congratulations for the photography and happy wishes so that you cross 500 this year, sir. Now I'd request Dr. Rahul Srinivasan for the vote of thanks.
Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues and friends, it's a great honor for me to promote the vote of thanks, acknowledging those who have contributed for this event today. First and foremost, I would extend my sincere gratitude to generous patronage of Professor Usha Devaji Rao for initiating such oration to celebrate the legacy of her sister, Dr. Kamala Devaji Rao. Her unwavering support has enabled us to continue advancing in the field of pediatric neurosciences and providing exceptional care to the younger patients. Would also like to thank Dr. Suresh Sheshatri, sir, our Honorable Secretary, Dr. Saroja Srinivasan, our Chief Guest, and Dr. Yuvraj, who had graced the occasion today. We also are grateful to Dr. B. Chidambaram for delivering such an insightful and inspiring address today. His expertise and passion have enriched our understanding of pediatric neurology as well as photography. A special thanks to Dr. M.C. Vasudevan, Dr. Anil Pandey, Dr. Mangal, Dr. Akila Suresh, Dr. Arun Sampath, and our residents Divya, Anil Jackson, Haridharan, as well as our neuro office staffs, Mr. Venkat, Mr. Karthik, and Nalini for their tireless effort putting this event as successful. I also extend my sincere appreciation to all the staffs of VHS, ALNC staff, the TAC, DLX ward, the OT staff, as well as administration of VHS. A special mention to IT department for their excellent AV support. Finally, we all would like to thank each and everyone present in this hall for their presence and participation. Your eagerness and commitment towards the pediatric neurosciences inspires us to continue conducting such events in the future. On behalf of Postgraduate Institute of Neurological Surgery, as well as VHS, I would express my heartfelt thanks to all of you once again. Have a great day. Thank you. I urge everyone to visit our museum, which is there and located in the second floor of ALNC building, and join us for lunch today. Thank you.
Everyone, please stand up for the national anthem.